Good afternoon and welcome into Slot Channels in Depth. I'm your host Tom, aka RhinoMan Show, or Tim, or whatever you guys want to call me. I'm just glad you're here. If you're in the background, come on in, say hi, give me the thumbs up. I'm back at my studio, just barely. But today we're going to talk about leaving Las Vegas, or leaving Las Vegas with money, if it ever happens. I don't know. I'm not the one to ask, but I do have a story for you, and I want you to tell me if this trip to Vegas for myself was good. I'll break it down, and then you guys could be the judge. Let me know. First, as I do, I got 3 questions for you. And if you're in the background, come in, say hi, and we'll get this going, or wait for the thumbs up. Of course, my cat's missed me, wants me to come up here. Hey, okay, we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this. He always waits until I go live to jump up on the counter. So, anyway, 3 questions are this. Is there a difference between just gambling or gambling as a slot channel? I know a lot of viewers here are slot channels. I want to know if there's a difference in gambling as a slot channel versus just going and gambling regularly. I don't know. Let me know. I have my opinion. I'll let you know what it is once we get later in the show. Number 2, I know a lot of people that come into the show live in Vegas or watch me from Vegas. I want to know, how often do people that live in Vegas either get to the Strip or get to Fremont Street or some of the other landmark places around Las Vegas? Bradley Jones, thank you for coming in. Let me know. I know if you live in Vegas, I'm just curious to see what you do. And the third question, again, for people that live in Vegas, if you live in Vegas, what do you do for entertainment on the regular? Do you go to the movies? Do you go to the casinos? Bradley Jones says never to both. Do you go to the movies, casinos? Do you go bowling? What do you do in Vegas for entertainment? It's hot as hell out there. I can't imagine you guys being outside too much. But let me know what you do for entertainment in Vegas. Do you just hang out at the casinos or do what? New subs. We got some new subs. I'm going to go through them as the banner comes across. I should have timed that just a little bit better. My timing is just a tad off today. As you know, I came back from Vegas, and I'll tell you that story in a minute here. Okay, new subs to the channel. Roche Lee channel, or LY channel. Dizzy Slots. Double Deuce Slots. Linda Lee, All About Slots. 631 Slots with a Z. Slotting it up in Win Vegas. Hey, I guess that's an online app. Thank you guys for being new subs. I really appreciate it. Who's in the house? I see quite a few people in the house already, and I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, R.A. Jr. says, to me, it's always been leaving lost wages. Hey, and that's a true story. Oklahoma Casino Review Slots, better known as OCR, in the house. Spangler Slots in the house. Buddha Edwin Edbert in the house. Nini Slots in the house. Rocket 18181 in the house. Appreciate it. Stacia Slot Channel in the house. Good evening. I hope you're at home, relaxing, chilling on a Sunday. Back to work on Monday. By the way, I have to drive in 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so I'm going to be up early. Cheryl R., nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Gamblers Unknown, what's going on, bro? Goldie One, nice seeing you this weekend. Hey, it was a fun time for me, definitely. Let's see. Bradley Jones says he never goes to the Strip or never goes to Fremont, for sure, and he lives out there. Bro, had I known you lived out there before I got out there, I would have made a plan to meet up with you somewhere, for sure. I was only there for 2 days, but hey, it was great. Here comes the cat again. Didn't get the hint when I put you down. What's going on with that? I got to lock the door so he can't get in. Let's see who else is in the house. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope I don't miss anybody. Let me see here. Okay, we're all good. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my trip. Left on Friday. Bankroll. Florida Claimers Ted, thank you for coming in. My bankroll for Vegas, this trip was a quick turnaround trip. Only took $1,000 with me. Had free rooms, had free food. Didn't have to worry about any of that. So took $1,000, went to Keno Nation, partied there, played a little bit there at Palms. Hey, Palms is part of Yamava Casino. Um, I'm really digging the hat, bro. Hey, this hat is on the way back. I usually stop and try and get something. I saw this in the store. Bam, had to pick it up. Yeah, Bradley Jones, definitely next time. And I'll probably be out there in 2 weeks to just let you know. So took $1,000 out, went to the event, checked into the hotel at Paris, and we'll get into the valet situation that I had there, and I'll let you guys know about that. But anyway, checked into Paris, went to Palms at around 7 o'clock. The event was great. James Spitzer did a great job. Did everything, met everybody. I met so many subscribers, people that come into my chat every day. Doris Carizi. I finally learned how to pronounce her name because she told me while I was there. Carizi. It's like crazy, but Carizi. And I hope you're in the chat. At least you can watch the playback and hear it then. But Doris Carizi. I had to say it a few times in order to get it down. You know how I am. Anyway, $1,000. Played a lot of it down. We drank. We bought drinks over there. The Palms upgraded my tier card to match my Caesar's reward, 7-star. So now I'm a diamond member over here at Yamava, which is great. Now I can park in the crowded parking down below. Hey, I guess that's a good thing. I should get some offers. I'll go over there and I'll play a little bit of money, see what happens. Anyway, so they do tier match. If you're not sure, always ask the casino if they'll tier match one of your other higher cards to their level, which they did. We played around there, met Brazen Slots, Slot Mates, Big Easy. The whole crew was in the house. We had a great time playing. I did play Brian Christopher Slot, and I'll get to that in a moment. But it was a good time. We did win over there. I got a nice $500, $600 hit. No jackpots, just big hits playing over there. So my bankroll was building up. Not Mrs. RhinoMan was doing the same. She was having a good time. By the way, guys, it is Sunday. And if there's ever a day that you need an ice cold Corona, I would say today is one of those days. I wasn't joking about it being iced. Wow, that's good though. Cass, thank you for coming in. So we went back to Paris at 1:30. Not Mrs. Rhino went to bed. I stayed up playing until 4:30 in the morning. That's when I was hit up by every drug dealer that was actually there. And looking back through the chat from yesterday's live, sort of hit me when I was talking about hookers and drug dealers. Hey, the World Series of Poker was there. They were trying to make that money. I'm just saying. Can't Stop just popped in to say hi. I appreciate that, Chaz. Really appreciate it. Cheers, Randy, the Slot Wizard. I appreciate that. Cheers to you too, bro. So anyway, I played until 4:30 in the morning, up and down, went up to bed with maybe $400 in my pocket. Hey, not bad. Woke up in the morning, played around, hit a major, $500. Hey, all good. Keeps me playing all day long. The hour between my live, I stopped playing, did my live, went back and played some more until about 7 o'clock. Up and down, up and down. Went over to Cosmo to meet Sister Yoshi and everybody else over there. Played over there. I had about $500 in my pocket already. Leaving Las Vegas already. I'm home already, Yo Ange. It's a quick turnaround for me. I do these quite often. And you do look like a tourist with that hat. Yes, I do, Gamblers Unknown. Hey, I bought this at a gas station on the way back. Hey, RhinoMan, this is going to be a really long story. Anyway, Cosmo went through. I hit another major last night at Cosmo. That was about $500. It was $577. Gamblers Unknown, I need 2 t-shirts. That was a sanctioned event, wasn't it? Anyway, long story short, I won quite a bit throughout the trip, Friday to Sunday, up and down, playing all day long. And I was playing decent sized bets, $7.50, $5, $12 at points. I took a couple of shots at some higher denominations. Bottom line is, left Vegas this morning we tried to get out of there at 4:30, but I had to play a little bit more. We left around 7, but left there Paris with about $900. Okay, not bad. We stopped at Silverton, played a little bit there. Stopped at the gas station before we got to State Line, played a little bit there. Stopped at State Line, played a little bit there. By the time we got home, I have about $600 in my pocket. All in all, I figured I went through about 3 or 4 grand in total, up and down all day long. Came back with like $600, hitting 2 majors, doing all of that. Is that a good trip? I was kind of upset the amount of money I went through in that time frame. However, I was trying to get content, and that's where question 1 came in. Is it different gambling with content? I should have quit when I was up like 3 grand, 2 grand. At one point. Unless you posted on Major Chasers, it didn't happen. Nene Slots, I will post it on Major Chasers. It'll be a premiere video just for Gamblers Unknown. Anyway, let me know if you think that was a good trip. On the way home, we did stop at several different places. Now I have some questions for you guys. When you schedule your trip to Vegas, schedule your trip to leave from Vegas, whether you're flying or driving, does it always go according to plan? When's the best time for you to leave? Like I said, I was planning on leaving at 4:30 in the morning this morning because I hate that traffic on Sunday. I know Sister Yoshi is probably out there listening to the show right now, stuck in a backlog of traffic. I can't deal with traffic. I'm used to it daily. Bradley Jones, good trip is $1 ahead of what you brought. Hey, I agree. It wasn't $1 ahead. I was about $400 down from what I brought. So I only ended up losing $400 out of the 1,000 that I took. But that $1,000 carried me throughout both days of full gambling. So I think it's a good trip. I've come back a lot worse, believe me. So when you go to Vegas, do you plan to leave at a certain time? I love leaving early in the morning. Great thing about flying, they dictate when you leave. True, but do you schedule your flights to be first thing in the morning, or do you schedule it for later on in the day? Both times we've been there, our flight was at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Might as well stayed up all night. Hey, I agree, and that's what I should have did last night. Probably would have been better for me, for sure. Okay, how many times do you stop before you get to State Line if you're driving? How many times do you stop? Do you try and hit every casino as I did when we left? I was going to stop at the M and the other resort, but we just stopped at Silverton and State Line and the gas station right there. The gas station, the Terrible's gas station, is bomb. They have a lot of things. If you didn't need to stop at the ATM, it was a good trip. Cheryl R., you're absolutely right. I did not need to stop at the ATM. So it was definitely a good trip in that aspect of things. And then another question for people leaving Vegas. How often are you hung over leaving Vegas? Bradley Jones says, my only stop on that trip was Eddie's World. Hey, Eddie's World has changed. When they first opened up, they were bomb. They were doing, now some of the places look like they're closed down in there. They still get a lot of tourist people in there for the candy, for everything else. It is a fun little stop for sure. We fly the Food Stamp Express airline, only one flight. Hey, there you go. As long as you got that Food Stamp Express, that's all good. I love it. I love it. I'll drink the nectar to the gods. Wow, that's good. Okay, so how often do you leave Vegas hungover? That is one of them there. Okay, yesterday's show. Before we get into the chat recap, LOL, I'm jealous. Jersey girl and left AC hungover yesterday. Hey, that must have been a good time. How long were you there for? Mama Yoshi says, Sister Yoshi and I are 2 hours away from home. We had a great time in Vegas, and we both left winners. Yes, they did. Mama Yoshi killed it. Actually, I can't complain because I did come home with money, didn't stop at the ATM. Everything else was covered. We stopped at casinos along the way home. I had a good time. I know Sister Yoshi was killing it last night, and Mama Yoshi was killing it both nights. So, congratulations to you guys. I know you got a winning trip, winning videos. It's win-win. Mama Yoshi, hello, my dear friend. Randy the Slot Wizard is everybody's dear friend. Randy, what is Mama Yoshi on your friend list of best friends in the world? Anyway, so yesterday's show, hookers, drugs, and valet. I gave you guys a little story of how a lady of the evening propositioned me. If you were watching the lives yesterday, James had a similar experience. Sister Yoshi was telling me with it. Cheryl R came home with $500. I hope you went with less or about $500. Oh, she came home up $500. Hey, that is a great trip. Nini Slots, thank you. That is definitely a great trip for sure. If you come home with $500 up, that's awesome. So James Spitzer had, if I stay drunk, you'll never have a hangover. Randy, that's why I do it. So that's why I do it. So James Spitzer had an encounter with the lady in the evening. They were working really hard this weekend in Vegas. Hey, more power to them if they could do it. And I have my top 5 list coming up in a few minutes here. And Randy, I normally don't drink anything besides Corona. However, I had some drinks. I had a Paloma. I had vodka Red Bull. Penny D is in the house. Cheryl R, I did see your hits on Atlantic City. Sweet wins. Yeah. So anyway, so I had Paloma. I had some vodka Red Bulls. I just had a plethora of drinks, not to mention shots, along with the beer on Friday night. And it was rough for me to get started on Saturday. So with that being said, let's go into some of the chat recap, and I'll get you to my top 5 reasons why I don't partake in the ladies of the evening. Joanne said yesterday, isn't this Animal Kingdom? I mean, you're in Vegas. You're absolutely correct. And then she said, oh my God, I didn't even read the title, Hookers, Drugs, and Ballet. Hey, Joe Pa said, who wouldn't want valet? Bro, normally I love valet. At Caesars, they'll usually keep my Mustang right in the front. They'll take care of me. If I forget something, I could go right back to it, get whatever I want out of the car. They just did me wrong. They parked my car underground, which was fine because I know it was hot. It took them 50 minutes just to get the car up so I could pull something out of it. I had a key fob I needed to bring out so that I could log into my work computer. It took them 50 minutes. Nobody was waiting. I was literally pissed off. They had one person there, and I know it's not them, but hey, it was just a pain in the butt all day long. Normally, I don't have a problem with valet, but they just sort of set me off over there. Joanne says this is a variety show. Now we get into Joanne's comment from yesterday. I have to say the BC machine looks kind of boring. The graphics don't pop. I must tell you, I would not sit naked on a barbed wire fence to watch this game or play this game or anything else. I tried it. It is boring. For me, I just didn't like it. Like you could say, no color, no graphics. Yeah, he says rude. It just didn't do it for me. It did the bonus was hard to get. We played around with Simon and stuff. I might give it another chance sometime later on. But here's the thing. It was just revealed. Nobody was playing it. You could sit on any of them. It was empty. So I didn't even record it. Simon did. Hey, maybe I'll try it out at Yamava again, but it just didn't do it for me. She bets 52.80. Hey there, so good to see everyone. What would your idea of a good game, Rhino, be? Hey, it just the graphics and everything weren't there. The the columns rose up and down. It didn't seem to pay very well. And I don't get me wrong, I like Brian. By all means, and more power to him. He got a slot machine. That's fantastic. It's not my cup of tea. I like more of the Dragon Links. I like some of the AGS games. Just Buffalo, a lot of different games I like. I try a lot of different things. That one just didn't flip a switch for me. Playing just didn't seem good. It was volatile. It paid out very little. Goldie One says. Um, but yeah, that's just my take on it. My idea of a good game would be something with multipliers. Definitely has to have multipliers in the games that I like, whether it's in the bonus or out of the bonus. It should have one or two different bonuses to be a good game, and it should have my name on it. I'm just a little bit jelly, I must say. Anyway, there you go. That's my take on it. Do with what you want with it. I will try and record it when I get out to Yamava here because I am a diamond member now there. Hey, I love saying that because I think they messed up when they upgraded my tier thing to diamond at Yamava. Anyway, I'm happy for that. Brooklyn won yesterday. She says sellers know their buyers. I was talking about how they were coming up to me both on the floor and in the restroom trying to get me to buy drugs. Wide open. They were just, it's one of the things that I dislike about Vegas, especially after COVID opened back up. I want to comment. I will get in trouble. No, you won't get in trouble. Comment all you want, bro. It's all good. Multipliers are She Bets 5280's favorite. Yes, Simon had a wonderful time on that machine. She was enjoying it. It just didn't quite do it for me. Maybe I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it. So Brooklyn, we're talking about drug dealers, and she says sellers know their buyers. Hey, Brooklyn, that's not me. Brooklyn won. Definitely not me. So that brings me to my top 5 reasons for not purchasing what the ladies of the evening are selling. Okay, number 5, I need my money to film content. Hey, that's me. Number 4, you're not subscribed to my channel. I'm not purchasing. Number 3, because what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Number 2, I don't want to end up on Easy Life Jackpot's channel with a title saying Rhino goes wild, hookers and blow in Vegas. I could see that happening. Don't want to do it. And the number 1 reason why I don't partake in Ladies of the Evening and what they're selling is I don't want to jeopardize my sponsorship with Corona. Hey, those are my 5 reasons. I want to know what your 5 reasons are. Sellers know for sure Girl Scout cookies stop here every year. Those damn cookies. Hey, I've seen Girl Scout cookies sell cookies right outside of a weed shop. If that's not marketing 101, know your crowd. I don't know what is. Anyway, yesterday, Avalon Vast Slot says drug dealers pride themselves in service. Oh yeah, bro. They know their peak servicing hours between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. for sure. Joe Pa says that's why he doesn't drink in Vegas. Hey, I wish I could do that. Brooklyn One says that's in all casinos. Bradley Jones, most of them hookers are high priced, way out of us common man rate. Bro, I'm not talking about those ones. Believe me, I can tell the difference, and these ones were not there. There's my friends Naked. We're talking about hookers, and look who shows up. Thank you, Naked, for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up, like button, and send me a super chat. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so Joe Pa says he doesn't drink when he's in Vegas. Brooklyn says that's in all casinos. I believe it. And it was at the Palms yesterday during the day too. Avalon Vast says it's the cowboy hat. We were at the Palms, sitting at the bar with Sister Yoshi on my left, Not Mrs. Rhino Man on my right. We were having a good time. There was a group of guys right over there. Sister Yoshi was taking a picture of us down the bar. The guy jumps in right behind me, gets right on my shoulder to take a picture, and then tells Sister Yoshi he's very cute. I like him. Hey, it must have been the hat. They thought I was broke back, but I don't go like that. Um, but on another note, I need a sugar mama, a sugar daddy. It's not far of a stretch. So hey, money does a lot. RJ Jr. says Vegas is boxing are used to be anyway. I'm not sure what that means. Joe Pod doesn't like homeless meth panhandlers. Hey, there's a lot of them there. Uh, Let's see. Randy the Slot Wizard says Sister Yoshi was at the bar. That's unusual, right? She rarely drinks, and especially being on all those antibiotics, I'm sure she wasn't really drinking. They must have thought you were one of those cowboys on Fremont Street. Yes, Becky A. And that brings me to this comment because I did see you on jaywalking Las Vegas yesterday. You did leave a comment saying that you thought it was me in the background. That was me. I had to make a little bit of money to get to film some more content on the slot machine. So that's what I do on the side. Hey, at least you saw me in his live stream as well. Not Mrs. Rhino said you were talking crap, but hey, I appreciate it. At least you're thinking of me. I appreciate that. So Joe Pa says homeless meth panhandlers he doesn't like. Yo Ange says druggies for sure. The worst part about Vegas because they're always begging you for money, etc. You're absolutely right. The begging for money is one thing. How about the guys that pass out those? They're always hitting their hands with the little call girl cards or the little naked cards. When I used to go with buddies, we used to collect all of them, and then I would go stick them in my friends' mailboxes. That was back in the day, but I would stick them in his mailboxes stuff. So he would always, his mom would always get mad at him. Anyway, that's just a joke. We used to use them as collectors cards, trading cards, whatever you want to call. But they're passing them along on the street. Now they have women passing them out. Guys, you can't even walk 3 blocks without somebody trying to hand you some of those cards. Or, as my friend said, the street performers that try and just shake you down. Literally, they'll come up to you. You need to take a picture with me. I need $5. Take a picture with me. Hey, it gets really bad out there. The competition is tough. You think YouTube is bad? Try being a street performer right in between Paris and Cosmo, right outside Planet Hollywood. Hey, that's some tough territory right there for sure. And not to mention, Fremont Street, they draw you a little circle, so you have to stand in that and you can't go outside of it. Hey, I want to know how that goes. And I just heard that they put metal detectors down on Fremont Street. Don't lie, Rhino. You call those numbers on the cards. Bro, Randy, I'll have to get into another story. I'll leave that for a different time because I'll break it down to you guys. Not on this show. We only got 3 minutes left, but that will be an upcoming. Maybe I'll do that for a Thirsty Thursday edition of the show because I do have an experience with those cards and the numbers. I'll break that down to you at a different time. Melly Love Slots, thank you for being in here, girl. Really appreciate it. Avalon's Van says hot dogs at the back of Casino Royale. That's a good one. Gamblers Unknown said $2.99 corn dogs there at Casino Royale. Casino Royale must have all the cheap eats that are good. Avalanche Vance says restroom and cigarettes at the back of Casino Royale. He does not like the restrooms or the cigarettes at the back of Casino Royale. Is that like an alley or something? I've never been to Casino Royale. I got to make it a point to get there. Lucky Slots and Obsession says one slice of pizza for $1.50. Now they went up. Seen a video in New York City. By the way, if Yo Ange is in here, hey, I saw the pizza thing you did today. Fantastic. I was just lurking, but great job. Great job. Keep that up. Randy the Slot Wizard said, RhinoMan, you're a double fiber. I don't know what that means. Lucky Obsession says, suck up a beer. You look a little jittery. Yesterday, I was a little jittery. Had quite a few vodka Red Bulls the night before, where I went to bed at 4:30 in the morning, woke up at 6:30, went back to sleep, woke up at 9:30, went down and played. Hey, it was one of those kind of trips. But that beer is good. RA Jr. was telling about what does it mean to put somebody in the bathroom. If they're giving you bad vibes, you put them in the restroom. That's the expression. Rocket 18181 said he was in the World Series of he was at the World Series of Poker a few years ago. Hey, when they had it at the Reno, that's awesome. Nini Slots, where are the hookers? And like I said, I didn't realize it. The hookers were at Paris, Fremont. They were at Palms. They were on the street. You name it. You know what? I think. Hey, Tracy the Ace. I think hookers in Vegas are like your iPhone. You know when you mention something, all of a sudden it pops up. I think they have that sixth sense. So when you mention something, bam, they come in. I lost at strip poker. Hey, that's all good. Strip, was that strip poker or poker on the strip? Hey, I don't know. But I hope they gave you your clothes back. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Randy the Slot Wizard, how's the tattoo healing up on the bottom of your foot? You got my name tattooed there. I appreciate that. Tracy the Ace, she said, I'm not sure, but where is this at? I'm late to the party. It was at Paris. The hookers were there. Flamingo, Palms. They were in full force, along with the drug dealers this weekend for sure. And, Vegas is completely open back up, guys. Completely open back up. Tracy the Ace said, "Get it, cowboy." Hey, I definitely had a fun time. Didn't lose a ton of money. Came back only down $400 from what I took. So hey, that's a winning trip. 2 days of full gambling, drinks, partying with friends, hanging out. I got to meet Love Struck Gambling. We saw Slotty D, of course, hanging out with the Yoshis, Spitzer, all of the Keno Nation. Hey, it was definitely a fun trip, guys. Until next time, thanks again for your live yesterday. Had lots of fun. Melly Love Slots. Hey, Melly Love Slots had a great live yesterday. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow, I'll be live. Tuesday or Thursday. I'm still working out the details. We're going to have a guest on the show, Cowboy Slots. If you haven't checked him out, go check out his slot channel. He used to be a slot attendant. He gives you a lot of good information. He'll be on the show either Tuesday night or Thursday night. Still trying to work out the details with him, but the thumbnail will be up tomorrow either way. And then we have another guest coming on this week as well. Guys, until next time, let the good times roll. This week is going to fly by. Love you guys.